to the channel, Fat Boys. I'm up here at Black Bear Harley-Davidson, and I got an oldie but a goldie. It's not really an oldie, but it is a Harley-Davidson Sportster Roadster. Honestly, one of my favorite Sportsters out there. I'm gonna go ahead and start throwing a leg over it because it's about to start raining. And let's do a nice little test ride and review of this bike, shall we? Oh, the sounds. Honestly, there's nothing quite like a Sportster. So this is a very, very compact little motorcycle. My knees are very high up. I am very much reaching down. This is very much a cafe style bike, but I absolutely love it for that. It is such an aesthetic that is lost in the Harley-Davidson motorcycles right now. So being able to ride this is totally awesome. And with this Bassani exhaust on it, man, this thing just sounds amazing. Oh, that grumble, man. Man, she just sounds so good. And I'm absolutely loving the aesthetic of this bike. She shifts good. She is rumbling like there is no tomorrow. The vibration coming off of this thing is absolutely ridiculous. But the 1200 Sportster really is just an amazing feeling of a bike. It's still a Sportster. It's an older Evo engine, so iron head, whichever one it is, but it's not the fastest. It's not the Milwaukee 8 out there, but it still has plenty of pep. This bike really does come into play with aesthetics versus a beginner bike versus price range. But if you're the person that is wanting just this style of a motorcycle, man, you can just not go wrong with this bike. Hell, I'm actually going 72 miles an hour right now, and it does not feel like it at all. Actually going up to speed on this bike doesn't feel bad. I think it has to do with because of the ergonomics and how I'm sitting on this bike. It is, yes, a little bit smaller, but because my knees are a little bit more up towards my chest, just a little bit, and I have to lean forward for these drag bars, it puts me in that leaned over position, so the wind when I'm going up to speed actually is pushing me up. So I'm in like a very much a balanced system of wanting to put my weight forward versus the air itself dragging back onto me. Man, this makes me miss having a Sportster. It's been years since I've ridden one. This feels absolutely amazing. This is one of the taller Sportsters out there, and I think that's why this feels better. Because it is taller, the suspension is actually having much more of a travel on the bike. So it's not as hard and rugged as maybe just a regular 1200 or an 883. The suspension isn't slammed. So you riding this, oh yeah, listen to that deso. So you riding this actually feels pretty damn good. You know, it's not the fastest bike in the world, but damn, are you gonna look fucking cool on this bike. And to me, it really is a shame that Harley-Davidson doesn't make this motorcycle itself anymore. So I really want them to bring something like this back, especially in the Sportster lineup, but it's hard for them because of the regulations out there right now. So if you're able to get your hands on one of these bikes, it is going to be amazing. Keep it forever. And I regret, part of me really regrets getting rid of my Sportster just because I know they're not going to be around forever. So really try to keep on your Sportsters. Hold on to them, treasure them, because man, there's nothing quite like this bike. If I had the money for it, I would absolutely buy this bike right now. It is just absolutely amazing. So who is this bike actually going to be for? This bike honestly can really go towards anyone. And I love the Sportster for that reasoning. Everyone says, oh, it's a girl's bike. Oh, why are you riding such a girl's bike? Get on a real bike. But no, man, Sportsters are the real bike. And they're smaller, yes, but that is where the characteristics, the fun of the bike comes into play. This is such a classic, and it's so much fun. Can you do long distance travel on this? Yeah. Are you gonna enjoy every waking second of it? Hell no, probably not, because it's a small tank. This is only a peanut tank, so I think it's only like 1.5 gallons, maybe 2 gallons. It is not a big tank at all. You're gonna be stopping constantly, and you're in not the most ergonomical seating position to be sitting for such a long time. But that being said, if you're living in a much more confined area, if you're living in a much smaller place like a city, or if you're doing a lot of urban traveling and even some just back road traveling to where you're not doing hundreds and hundreds of miles all the time, this is a fun bike. And I really do recommend this bike for the person that wants to have a bike to tinker with, because Sportsters are a crap ton of fun to work with because their aftermarket is endless. For the person that wants this to be their first bike, this can be your first bike. It just has to be for someone that maybe is a little bit more disciplined as having a 1200, but I myself started out on a 1200, so this is very doable. And especially now that all these are no longer new and they're only in the being sold used, the pricing on this is going to be much more reasonable for the user to actually buy for their first bike. And then the other person who I think this bike is for is really going to be for the person that just loves having a Sportster. And you will not know if you love having a Sportster until you go ride a Sportster. The clunking of this, the shifting feels good. Everything feels good about this bike. And you feel like you're gonna rattle your teeth off while sitting on top of this thing. But that is the characteristic of it, man. And I love it. I actually absolutely love this bike. So now let's go ahead and hop back into Black Bear and get my final thoughts on this. So man, just an honestly all around amazing motorcycle. It's so much fun. It's so different, and this bike has a close place to my heart, and I didn't appreciate it when I first had a Sportster. But specifically this Roadster, I love this, especially with the exhaust put on this, the Pisani exhaust. It sounds absolutely amazing. I love the air intake. It does not get in the way at all. Everything about this feels and looks amazing. So if you are interested in actually getting this exact motorcycle, this is still available up here at Black Bear Harley-Davidson up here in Wytheville, Virginia. So if you are interested, make sure you go ahead and give them a call, come into the area, check it out, and just enjoy it. Come and have fun and check out the motorcycle. Go and ride it. It is up for a demo. Have fun. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really does help out the channel. If you are new here, please make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell notification so you know when the next video comes out. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.